Bill Maher lauds Israel for religious tolerance, saying that it doesn't exist in Gaza. Meanwhile, you'll rarely hear mention of the fact that, say, interfaith marriage isn't permissible in Israel. It's not allowed in Gaza, but the case being made is not that Gazans deserve rights because of religious tolerance, but it's that they deserve to live because they're human beings. It's a deeply segregated society in Israel, where 98% of Jews say all or most of their friends are Jewish, and 85% of Muslims say the same. I don't think you'll hear Maher speak up for Palestinian Christians either. Remember, former Congressman Justin Amash lost several relatives when Israel bombed a Christian Orthodox church in Gaza, where people had been sheltering along with sleeping children and babies. 150 to 200 people were killed in that attack by Israel. Israel is a country that imposes segregated roads for Jews and Arabs. This map shows how Palestinians are forced through checkpoints, where they're forced to wait for hours and are subjugated to humiliating treatment. As one Palestinian doctor explained, "My family members cross this checkpoint at 4 a.m., then sleep in their car until they start work at 8 a.m. This is apartheid." While Palestinians in Gaza have maintained Jewish graves from World War I, CNN reported that at least 16 Gazan cemeteries have been desecrated by Israeli forces since October 7th. While Biden repeated the beheaded baby lie, he's been silent on the viral image of a Palestinian baby decapitated by Israel during the Memorial Day massacre, or the thousands of Gazan children who live without limbs because of Israeli airstrikes and sniper fire. While Israel made rape accusations, which were quickly used to justify the mass murder of Palestinian civilians, subsequent investigations haven't turned up a single incident of rape on October 7th. Meanwhile, UN experts have reported on gross human rights violations, including sexual assault against Palestinian women and girls in Israeli custody. Maher says Israelis look like us in most ways, values-wise, maybe, but perhaps only because America also fails to live up to its democratic aims. Just last week, The Guardian reported that an Israeli Mossad director personally threatened the UN court's prosecutor to avoid accountability for its crimes against Palestinians, stalking her and threatening her family like a common thug. And while Israel's defenders often claim, contradictorily, that it's a Jewish state but also a pluralistic democracy where everyone is equal, Israel refuses to allow 5 million Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank to either have their own state and self-determination or, alternatively, to participate in Israeli society as full, rights-having, voting members of one united state. They brag about Arabs comprising 20% of the Israeli public, but insist that Palestinians are too intrinsically dangerous to live amongst in greater numbers. Well, which is it? If Israel is proof of a democratic, pluralistic dream, why is this so-called equality reserved for some Palestinians, but not for others?